Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder walking tour. Today we're taking a historical tour through the old downtown area of Branson, Missouri. Branson traces its roots back to the early 1800s. In 1837, Taney County was established with Forsyth as its county seat, marking the area's earliest development. The town took its name from Reuben Branson, who, in 1882, opened a general store that also served as the local post office. As settlers flocked to the Ozarks from 1884 onwards, attracted by the promises of free land, the area flourished with homesteads on 160-acre lots. A pivotal moment came in 1894 when William Henry Lynch purchased Marvel Cave, located about 6 miles here from downtown Branson. This cave later became the cornerstone of Silver Dollar City, a renowned theme park that exists today. The early 1900s saw Branson evolve into an industrial hub, facilitating trade in lumber and manufactured goods. The town's growth was further enhanced by Harold Bell Wright's 1907 novel Shepherd of the Hills, which drew tourists intrigued by the Ozark region's rugged charm. Formerly incorporated in 1912, Branson boasted a growing population and began to establish itself as a resort destination. The construction of a dam in 1912 and 1913 led to the creation of Lake Taneycomo, which enhanced the town's appeal with its scenic beauty and recreational opportunities. Despite setbacks like a devastating fire in 1912, Branson rebuilt and prospered through the 1930s, buoyed by tourism boasted by the Shepherd of the Hills fame. One of the buildings that we still see that exists today is the Branson Cafe. It is a diner that has been serving customers since 1910 and is Branson's oldest restaurant and one of the city's oldest continuing businesses. After World War II, Branson became a magnet for artists, retirees, and tourists drawn to its natural beauty and growing entertainment scene. In 1949, the Hershen family purchased Marvel Cave, later transforming it into Silver Dollar City, which opened in 1960. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Branson solidified its reputation as an entertainment hub with the arrival of music shows and theaters along Highway 76.
I have good vision, I hope.
In the downtown area, we see several old historic buildings and landmarks in the area. One of those is the Dick's 5 and 10 store. This is a world-famous and classic dime store where visitors to this day can still enjoy old-time shopping. The 1980s and 1990s marked explosive growth for Branson, spurred by national media attention and the establishment of numerous theaters and attractions. The town became known for its live music shows, drawing legendary performers and earning comparisons to Broadway in terms of theater seats. The construction of new highways and attractions like the Branson Landing in the early 2000s continued to bolster Branson's appeal as a family-friendly tourist destination. On our right, as we leave Main Street and turn down Commercial Street, we see the Parnell Building. This building has been here since 1907 and has consistently been used and is now still used as office space. Originally, the building was a dry goods business that was convenient to the railroad, and we'll see the old railroad depot here in just a bit. The building across the street from us here that we're walking towards was once known as the McGill Building. It was built shortly after the 1912 fire and once housed a radical newspaper known as the Menace. Later, it was a Masonic lodge, and a second floor was added in the 1920s. Over the years, that building has been used as a theater, a community center, and an early location for the Taney Hills Library. Just past the McGill Building is the Owen Theatre. This is Branson's first movie theater that was built in 1936 by Jim Owen. Envisioning the city as a thriving tourism destination, he provided float fishing excursions on the White River, attracting thousands of visitors. Owen, who once served as mayor of Branson, hosted many celebrities including Gene Autry, Forrest Tucker, Bing Crosby, Charlton Heston, and the artist Thomas Hart Benton. Extraordinary publicity stunts promoted his film showing, such as sending volunteer firemen to the train depot to receive the reels of a Mae West film that was billed as, quote, too hot to handle. The church we're walking past is the Branson Christian Church. Originally, the congregation organized about 1900 or so with Joe Gaylor as minister. The congregation reorganized around 1924 and moved into this location in 1926. We've talked a little bit about the devastating fire of 1912. Well, that fire began right here about this intersection in a building that once housed the commercial hotel laundry shed. Linens and furniture were ignited and spread throughout the city, burning down many, if not all, of the buildings. This building here houses the Branson Centennial Museum. While the building itself is not old, inside are some really cool exhibits about the area, historical artifacts, photographs, and other types of items that explain a little bit about the history of Branson in much more detail. It's a nice small town museum to visit on a hot summer day. Beautiful building we see in front of us with the green second floor was once Branson's first bank building. It was constructed in 1906 and is just one of 5 buildings that survived the August 1912 fire. During the fire, men raced into the bank to pour water on the building to protect their money and keep the building safe. This depot that we see in front of us is currently home to the Branson Scenic Railway and at Christmas time a Polar Express train. This historic depot was built by the White River Iron Mountain Railroad at the turn of the 20th century. The first freight train arrived in Branson on June 10, 1905, and the depot has played an important role in the city's history as a transportation and economic hub. The bright purple building that we see here on our left, up now in front of us, is a building that today is known as the Plum Bazaar. But this building is important because it's the oldest commercial building in Branson. It was constructed in 1903 and survived not only the 1912 fire, but a huge 1927 flood. I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks of Wonder tour here in historic downtown Branson, Missouri. If you've visited before or are a resident, leave a comment on what your experiences have been like and some of the things that you like best about Branson. Also, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder history tour. Take care now. Bye-bye.